God's Work, Our Hands Sunday, September 13th, 2020. Hello, I'm Pastor Sandra Carlson Alexis from First English Lutheran Church. Now, normally on God's Work, Our Hands Sunday, we would try to do some kind of a project, doing something for the community. We can't do that this year because of the pandemic. This is a difficult time for a lot of people. Since March or so, we have been struggling to figure out what we can do, and there are people who have stepped up and found different projects to do. So this is their chance to share a little bit about what they're using their hands to do. And I wanted to use this not to exalt them and make everybody think they're so great. Yes, they are great, but I wanted to let you know that there's still a lot of work to do, and everybody has hands. So maybe you can be inspired to do something just by watching this. So enjoy.
Hi, I'm Amy, and this is James.
So over the past few months, we have tried to make an effort to reach out and help the community we're in, and both with work and in our neighborhood. And one of the ways we've done so is packing food bags at Gedco up at the church on Greenmount, York Road.
And we've also registered to be Election Day judges in Baltimore City, which we think is a really important thing, as well as done the voter registration. So if you haven't registered to vote, you can see me and I'll help guide you on that process.
And last thing we've done, which is kind of a part of our jobs, but since everything kind of ground to a halt back in March, we're both, I would say, together probably in charge of about 90 young people, student athletes at various colleges, and making sure we're reaching out to them and kind of talking them through the struggles and victories of quarantine and stay at home, and just really trying to look after the people that help us do what we do at the end of the day.
We've been thankful to be able to do so. Have a great day.
Several members of our congregation have made masks and donated them to hospitals and other agencies. This is yet another way we use our hands to do God's work.
Well, once again, different members of the family have gone with Pastor Sandy to Manna House to distribute food or take it other food that people are prepared to other food pantries, because hunger is a big part of the problem.
Hey everyone, I hope you're well. I've tried to be faithful during this difficult time, trying to help during the pandemic in between working crazy hours. Most of what I've been doing is centered around ministries at First English. Pretty early on it became clear that parents needed programming for their kids, so we converted the Cub Scouts at First English to an online format. We ran another program in July and August called Summer Scouts, offering cool STEM type projects that could be done with basic household materials. We had about 30 youth sign up that were not already involved in our Cub Scout pack, so that was great. We prepped kits in the fellowship hall, and then we drove them all over Baltimore City and Baltimore County. Each kit also got a patch and a t-shirt. We even mailed one kit to Maine and another kit to Louisiana. We're about to launch our fall program for the Cub Scouts on September 13th. On the food front, I've participated twice in the sandwich making effort for Manna House. Thanks to Bruce for picking up the sandwiches from the church for me. I made 120 sandwiches each time, but I learned my lesson after the first time, and I got someone to help me because that was a lot of work. Also, at least every other weekend when I go to Costco, I do buy large packs of canned chicken and tuna fish and canned vegetables, given the requests that have been coming from Amazing Grace. So that's what I've been doing. Thanks to Pastor Sandy for consolidating and delivering stuff to Amazing Grace. Thank you.
Because after all is said and done, it does feel good being able to help people.
What is the reason why you are making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and putting them in bags and taking an hour or so of your time? Why?
Think of Moses and his followers. I mean, they were trapped in the desert for 40 years. They had to depend on manna for their nourishment.
And there definitely needs a lot of help right now. And I want to just do something good in this crazy world we're in right now.
We don't leave any kids hungry. Never.
But adults are okay. Adults.
And adults, adults need to be fed too.
Okay.
I like to helping with for peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and with my sisters at our house is feel great.
This is Tim Smith.
And I'm Jane Santoni Smith, and we've been asked to talk about some of the ways we've helped during the COVID pandemic.
So our church has, in the bulletin, has many organizations published for us to lend a hand and help out with. And I got involved this year going in once a week to the Gedco food pantry and helping them load up grocery bags full of food for the families who come there in need. And also on several occasions, we have made peanut butter and jelly sandwiches to help serve meals at Manna House. Manna House serves many people every day and is in great need of any help they can get. Also, we have reached out to help a needy person, a friend of the church who we've been buying groceries for her and helping her situation. And then on a more personal level, I've been trying to communicate more with friends, even some friends that are very shocked to hear from me now that it's been so long, and I'm trying to re-communicate with people during the pandemic, and that's meant a lot to me also.
We've also tried where we can to give economically to organizations that the church has recommended, such as the Manna House, the Barclay School, the Mara Kitchen, Amazing Grace Church, Breath of God Church, Marley Ridge, and others who really are doing a fabulous job of helping their communities. And additionally, as a consumer protection attorney, I've been asked to be on a task force to assist in making the courts easier to navigate for people who are in debt or who are facing eviction, so that we can help them get through these difficult times. Stay safe, everybody.
Hello, I'm Pastor Sandra Carlson Alexis, and these are just a couple of the things that I've been doing for our community during this pandemic. I've been collecting food, casseroles, and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for Manna House. And since I'm just one person, I put my little ad in our online thing called nextdoor.com, and I say, hey, anybody have anything they want to do? And so this was just a few people brought casseroles today already, and one person just brought extra food just because.
All right, so we're getting ready to go into Gedco. Zoe, can you tell everybody a little bit about what Gedco does?
Gedco is a food pantry that gives food to people who need food. You can collect it during the week. They take donations. We can pack bags, put vegetables and fruit into bags.
So people come to pick up grocery bags full of food, right?
Yes. And we also bring things down to the dump too.
Yeah, there's cleaning and sorting and that sort of thing. When vegetables come in from big restaurant shipments or farms, we can sort those, right? So we're going to go in and show everybody what it's like at Gedco. Today is one of the days that we're volunteering, so we don't know what Miss Rachel is going to have us do today, but we'll try and show you around the inside a little bit. During COVID, Gedco is preparing bags for different organizations, community groups, and then people who come right to the garage doors that you see there on certain days at certain times. Today we're doing bagging fruits. You can see some of the vegetables that came in, and they go into those already packed bags that you saw there. The people who come get a bag of dry goods and then a bag of cold goods, so cheeses, milks, breads, fruit, that kind of thing. So please do consider giving and participating with Gedco.
This is Rachel. Rachel runs this operation. She's fantastic. Can you tell us a little bit about the Gedco operation?
Sure. So we are the Community Services Department of Gedco. So we have the food pantry where Paul volunteers and Nora and others. And we give out groceries 3 mornings a week, and people can come once every 2 weeks. And we have been averaging about 75 to 100 households each week. Some weeks it's much more than that. We're giving out thousands of pounds of food every week. And we also provide emergency financial help, so we're helping people with rent for their, and we're anticipating an increase with the moratorium on evictions is lifted, so we're expecting to get a lot more requests for help with that.
Sure.
And we also are helping with utility turn-off notices, which there's still a moratorium on that, but to apply for the state grant that helps with energy, it's tricky this year because it can't be done in person in Baltimore City.
Right.
So we're helping people with the paperwork and the sending in the app, all the documents and all that sort of stuff. Plus we're part of the fuel fund, so we'll be helping pay those bills as the turn-off notices start coming. And we have a job search program, and so that was sort of on hold at the beginning of the COVID crisis, but we've now figured out how to do it safely, and so we are once again helping people look for work.
That's great.
So it's busy in here.
Yes.
And,
every time I come, there's always stuff going on.
You can see that, and you can see the massive amounts of food that come in and go back out, and so far we have been lucky. We've been able to meet the need. A lot of food is coming in and going right back out. So thank you to First English.
Well, thank you for all the great work you do too.
We couldn't do it without the volunteers. It's just me and one other part-time staff person, and then 80 to 100 volunteers who really make it happen.
All right. This is Caroline at the Gedco Pantry. She's packing apples.
It's produce day.
There's produce. Lots of produce.
There's more produce outside.
Yep, there's lots of produce today. Usually we deal with dry goods. Look at all the dry goods. Kind of amazing. All of the dry goods.
Good vlog, Dad. You're doing great.
And here are packed bags waiting to be given out tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, packing day. Thursday is distribution day. We also distribute on Saturday and Monday.
This afternoon, because I can go home and do some more.
This is Joe. This is the packing room. They've already packed a lot of bags here. Basically, the table gets filled with stuff and you just go around the table packing the bags as you go. You can see how much food here is here and how much gets distributed. It's really quite something.